How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the All Idol podcast. I'm Terry, as usual. Hello to everyone. Hello. And I'm joined by my resident colleagues, Gary from iDOL is Shit.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And John from Straight from Japan.
Hello.
Also joined with a special guest today. We have Ethan, who's our resident WACK slave, and Buddy, who's currently living in Japan. Say hello, Ethan.
Hi.
It's been a while. We've been waiting to kind of get you on the podcast at some point, but I knew we'd have to wait until we had some WACK-related issues or, news to talk about. So I think now's, a gooder time than any, apart from the fact that Ethan's currently, dying of allergies. But other than that, I think you're going to be all right for the show?
Should be okay.
Good.
Just, some coughing once in a while.
No worries.
A lot.
Don't let that them Tokyo allergies beat you, bro. You got this, don't worry.
He also got up at 6 in the morning to do this, which is something that I would never do. So he's already better than
6
me.
in the morning before going to 2 lives today.
Oh God. Well, we might as well ask. We might as well ask what do you have planned for today, Ethan?
Well, in the morning I'm going to see Juju.
Oh, okay.
And who else is on that lineup? I think it's Kaishin no Ichigeki.
Okay, I like them.
I don't remember who else is at that live.
No one else that most people on the podcast
off the top of my
will
head,
recognize, probably. It's a small show, I assume. Anything else? What's the evening show, the big show?
The evening show is Mingma Shelter. There, I believe, last live before everyone goes away forever.
So this is their last live.
Mew.
Sad times, but it's probably gonna be a good live. I hope. Whereabouts is it?
The Mingma Shelter one is at Shibuya Club Asia.
Oh, it's in Shibuya. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Slightly closer to home than yesterday's show, right?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Sad times for Migma.
What was it? You went to Mita yesterday?
Mito.
To go to Mito Lighthouse or something like that.
Yeah, Mito Lighthouse, that's where it was.
That was for BiS, which we'll be getting onto a little bit later on. So, stick around for that, everyone in chat. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about before we go live today, or are we good?
It's been a crazy week.
We're good.
Just leave it at that.
We're good.
Okay, cool. Let's head on to... Oh, I got the welcome screen up on time for once. I think that might actually be the first time that I've actually realised to do it. So, yeah, congratulations to me. Round of applause. And we can move on to this week's news, if everyone's good.
Good. Let's do it.
I think it's me starting it off this week. And, I think we're starting it off with good news, which makes a change from some of our podcasts that we've had recently. And, it's something that was kind of unexpected and kind of came out of the blue. But, with iDOL, you can never really, completely rule things out. And, it's Fruit Pochette. Fruit Pochette are back with the original lineup. It was announced on July 1st, so basically last week, or the start of the week or whatever. It's going to be the original lineup, so you've got... I always mess up her name. Shiori, is it? Shiori and Mina. Can't pronounce her last name, but let's just say Mina. I always mess her name up.
Pochette fans will know who you're talking about, don't worry.
Yeah, of course. They're going to be doing shows. Basically, they decided to come back together, and they're going to be doing shows again. The only thing they have stated is that shows will basically be done around, prior commitments and health, as everyone knows that Mina originally had to leave Fruit Pochette due to some health problems that actually do persist to today. But it seems like, she feels like she's fit and ready enough that she... wants to resume activities. And I think that's going to make a lot of Fruit Pochette fans happy. I never actually got a chance to ever see Fruit Pochette, unfortunately, because they had already disbanded before I ever made it to Japan. I know a few people that actually did make it to Japan for their first time to actually go and see Fruit Pochette's basically disbanding life, which was like a massive show that lasted ages, if I remember. And I remember Fruit Pochette kind of being one of the groups that kind of helped me get into this whole sort of thing. They were kind of like the original, real idol metal group that I think a lot of people were into. And they actually have a lot of material, and they are actually really good. So I'm kind of psyched, and I'm hoping that maybe they'll have a date or they'll be doing something while I'm there this year. as for when their actual first live that they're going to be, you know, going again is, that's going to be on August 10th. So they've still got, you know, a while to prepare and, you know, sort out dates and make sure that everyone's in the best of shape for August 10th. So yeah, look forward to that. Hopefully we'll see some footage on YouTube. And for any of you who actually have never checked out Fruit Pochette, yeah, they're like one of the OG iDOL metal groups. They've been around for a long time, and yeah, I'd probably recommend checking them out if you haven't already. There's plenty of footage of them and MVs, like some really old MVs. If you go to the iDOL playlist that I have on YouTube and you scroll all the way back down, the first things you're going to kind of find are pretty much like BiS and, well, pretty much in Fruit Pochette maybe, and some others. But yeah, this is kind of along like the kind of like lines of like the first sort of stuff that I kind of got into for this sort of stuff. How are you guys feeling about the news?
Well, I'm pretty happy because I never got to see them as like a duo. By the time I saw Fruit Pochette, it was one member, and it was announced that she was stopping it. So you know,
this is when Shiori had gone back to doing like a solo type thing. I don't know if the other guys had ever really been into him. How about you, John?
I own every CD they ever put out.
Damn. I should have just said as expected, John, as expected.
John's
Except for
like
one.
Indiana Jones kind of vault of relics.
Yeah.
No, I like them.
No.
Yeah, man. I like them too. I just hope that people temper their expectations. Because I've already seen people like, oh, I can't wait until they put out a new CD, and it's like, guys, baby steps.
It's
okay?
it's a reunion thing, you know. Like I believe that Zuma or Shiori, how you want to say her name, you know, she has other stuff that she does and job and work and that sort of stuff. So, like they said, this whole thing's kind of going to be working around other stuff. So this isn't going to be their full-time thing. They just thought it'd be something that would be nice to do, and you know, they're probably going to be quite happy, you know, working together again. You know, I mean, they was with each other for a long time, you know, performing together, and I don't feel like Zuma ever really found a partner that really matched up to, you know, the chemistry she had with Mina. You know, she went through...
Man, you remember Rum, dude, with that death vocals?
Yeah, so she had...
She lasted like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think they played... Was it TIFF? Did they play TIFF?
Was that TIFF?
Was it TIFF or was it something else? At Jam or TIFF?
I don't remember.
I think it might have been TIFF in one of the smaller places, and they kind of debuted...
Or was it at Jam?
Was it at Jam? In one of the two. But they kind of debuted Rum and the death vocals and all that sort of stuff. And then, yeah, 2 weeks later, she was gone. And then they brought in Curie? I can't say her name.
Yeah, I think that was her name.
Close enough.
Who is now currently in Astromate when she left. Or I think when they disbanded, she then went on to be in Astromate. She's really good as well.
She actually made it onto that final CD.
Oh, she did, yeah. Yeah, I think there was a few singles out. But yeah, just overall, like, it's good news. I'm glad that they're continuing it in some way, and I'm glad that, you know, they might be able to, you know, play a few lives. And yeah, it's kind of like for some people who are like super into Fruit Pochette when they were around originally, this is going to make a lot of people happy, I think. And if you're planning a trip to Japan anytime soon, then yeah, you might get a chance to see like one of the OG iDOL metal groups. So yeah, happy days.
Happy days indeed. Now, I believe we have some business to attend to here, folks. Got some WACK news, and boy, is it some wacky WACK news, as always. Too much? Yeah, too much.
It's alright.
Yeah, so as most people, if you're a WACK fan, you'll know that BiSH put out their latest single, Asterisk, last week. Life is Beautiful, Hide the Blue. That was last week, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's still...
Time goes by so slowly for me now, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, so they put out Life is Beautiful, Hide the Blue last week.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't know about you guys, I wasn't, like, super hyped for it because I'd heard both of the songs like a month or more before it came out.
Yeah, a long
they
time
had videos and everything.
Yeah, they released like the video for Hide the Blue like like 2 months or something before the CD released.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it like during the promotional cycle for Paint It Black?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Then,
also.
then like, Life is Beautiful was when they released the video for that, like a month or something before the single actually dropped.
Yeah, so like for those of us that aren't like, you know, in Japan and could go to like a bunch of release events and all that kind of stuff, it was like, you know, it's cool, it's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously we all ordered it and we were looking forward to getting it, but it's like, yeah, we've heard it, you know.
Yeah.
As it is with, it's like, oh, what have you done for me lately kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that single came out, and I was just kind of, you know, I was on Twitter, just like, I want to say I was like checking, because I posted a review for it on my website, so I was just kind of checking to see like what sort of hashtags and stuff people were using.
Yeah.
And I just saw a picture, and it's like just this CD with a black cover with non-tie-up written across the front of it. I'm like, what's that? You know?
Yeah.
And like,
don't forget the little parental advisory thing.
Oh yeah, there was also a little parental advisory sticker in the bottom right-hand corner, which is also really interesting. It's in Japan, especially. I mean, you guys.
It's not actually a sticker. It's just like it's just on the cover.
Yeah, I mean, that's not common in like idol music, right? So
I think
like,
a lot of groups that normally have swearing omit them from the lyric booklet so that they don't have to have parental advisory on it. I know Passcode do that a lot. They normally omit all of the swearing words from the songs, because Yuna says fuck a lot more than they let on in the lyric book, put it that way. So I can see why groups do it.
Yeah, it's like her every other word when she's screaming.
Yeah, so like I saw this, I'm like, oh, what's that? I mean, you know, I hadn't heard about this. Oh, maybe it's just like people bought something else when they bought their like BiSH single or whatever.
Oh, like a bonus or something.
No, like it could have been someone else, some other group's CD. I don't know.
Ah, yeah, good point. Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
So, but I kind of, you know, did a bit of digging on Twitter, and then people were like posting pictures of this display stand, like saying BiSH non-tie-up. Like people were like, oh, Gorilla single, and I'm like, oh,
nice.
Well then.
Well, last time they did a Gorilla something was we found out, I think, why we were sitting in, was it Laguna? Yeah, he was sitting in Laguna for
it was like a couple of guys in the room, like they'd bought it at the tower or whatever, and we're kind of just looking at it, and I was like, what is that?
And then all of a sudden we're like pulling out our phones and going, oh god, they've released like an album. That was funny.
And it's like, oh well, you know,
we'll go and grab
could have just gone there after OUCB hologram, but we didn't. And, you know. Yeah, so you know, I let you guys know, and you guys are all like, wait, what?
And then we was all like, Ethan, did you know about this?
So I was like moving into my place that morning, so like I hadn't been checking Twitter or anything. I was just like dragging suitcases. I finally like move all my stuff, and then I take out my phone to like look at Discord, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And I was like, shit. Well, now I have to go. Now I suddenly have to go to Tower Records before these things vanish. And
are they sold out?
No, because it's not actually. It doesn't seem like it's actually like a really limited numbers release. Like
they just like
it's not like the Gorilla version of Gorilla BiSH was.
Yeah, I think it helps that you still had to pay a single price, right? Yeah,
it's 1,080 yen.
How much was the Gorilla release of the
300?
Oh, 300 yen.
300 yen.
Yeah. So
for
that
a
makes
whole
sense.
album.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you could just basically buy armfuls.
And people did, sadly.
Yeah.
Which is why we didn't get a copy
I mean,
when we got there.
You can buy armfuls of this single as well if you want, but it's nowhere near as cheap.
Yeah, and good luck reselling them on.
I did buy a stack of like 10 of them, just in case it was actually like, you know, a super limited thing.
It is only available if you buy it from a Tower Records store, though.
Yeah, I think it is exclusive to Tower Records.
So,
yeah, I could never get that information. But one thing that you guys forgot to mention, or maybe didn't get to it yet, but this I think was released on the same day that the other single released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the same day. Like, people went to go pick up their copies of Hide the Blue, and
it's just kind of sitting there
next to it.
like,
Yeah.
Hi.
And everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?"
I think it was kind of everyone got hyped just because, you know, the cover, and then, you know, the parental advice,
right?
Non-title.
Yeah, well, they're taking the piss with it, aren't they?
Oh, exactly.
Like they're like making fun of themselves because
they totally are.
Like,
like later on that day, they also sent an email to the fan club.
Yeah,
and they were like, you know, we really like Life is Beautiful / Hide the Blue released, but we also guerrilla released Non-Tie Up today. It's like Life is Beautiful and Hide the Blue are both like you know, both songs were like tie-up songs for like
a dramas or something. Yeah,
Hide the Blue was an anime ending, and Life is Beautiful was like the theme to a TV drama.
That's the one.
I think the anime is like 3D Kanojo.
It's like, yeah, 3D Kanojo.
And the
like
drama
girl or something, and then I don't remember the name.
I bought my
boyfriend
with a loan.
Oh yeah, that's it. I remember you telling me about the name for it, and we was laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought my boyfriend with a loan or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they're obviously poking fun at themselves, and they're also showing everyone that they are aware that, you know,
a lot of stuff recently has been, you know, to do with other stuff.
Brand deals, if you like.
You know, like Paint It Black before that was for Black Clover.
Yep.
Yeah, the anime Black Clover. And now you've had another anime and a drama, so... Like, I don't know
They
if
also had that whole song, that whole like commercial song for Kirin Lemon.
Kirin Lemon.
Oh, can we not talk about how they're putting out 7-inch vinyl for that you have to win a lottery for?
Are they really?
You have to like take a picture with a bottle of Kirin Lemon
and tweet a hashtag or something.
So.
Oh god.
The funniest thing is in the rules, it's like, oh yeah, it's open to like anyone.
You just gotta get your hands on a bottle.
It's just you have to have a Japanese address to send it to. But if you're not in Japan, you're probably not going to have a bottle of Kirin Lemon. But it is open to everyone.
So if you can, Photoshop's a good point. Someone said Photoshop.
But I think the real point is here is that they made another filthy song.
Indeed,
yeah.
It might be their filthiest song, if we're honest, in terms of like straight lewd words.
I guess I should mention track list, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's an A side and a B side. They didn't like go all out and do like 3 or 4 songs, which they didn't have to, obviously. A side's obviously Non-Tie Up, and then the B side is right. Sha, wa, noa, shi, ite. Right? I think I got that. I had to kind of, set myself for that one.
Yeah, like
it's pretty much named
something like that
after the sound that they make in the song.
It's basically it describes exactly how the song sounds.
Yeah.
Is it an onomatopoeia?
I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it.
So one of them's basically just moaning out that part, like they go like and then she's like she de or whatever, you know, like they kind of do that for the song, and it's kind of pretty much just the title is, you know, that part. Or they go like she as if like you've died or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of it's a very odd experimental track for BiSH, that B side, but I really enjoy it. So
Oh yeah, that's right. It's kind of like math rocky, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of. I said it was.
Yeah,
It was kind of Sora Top Sakani, kind of. That's what I thought it sounded like.
It's like a
really
progressive
like
avant-garde type stuff.
Yeah, it's
Kinda.
It's pretty. It's not really something you've ever heard from BiSH before, and I don't think it would be something you hear again unless it's all over the next album. I might be
hope
pleased.
it's something you'll never hear again.
I really liked it. I really liked it.
Unpopular opinion.
That's fine. Everyone's got different tastes, man. No worries. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more about non-tie-up later in the podcast.
Yeah, I'm avoiding that on purpose.
For it, so.
Yeah.
Oh, and also there's no word on whether this is going to come out any other way other than this Guerrilla release in the store.
I mean,
this might be an in-store only type thing.
It's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify and iTunes
Spotify.
as well. Yeah.
It's just if you want an actual CD, you could only get it at Tower, I believe.
Yeah.
Actually, I never checked to see it on like iTunes.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there you go. But
It
us
sure is.
boys that like actual physical releases. Yep, that's a rough one.
Right. It looks like we've got a bit more WACK news to talk about. I think this one's for you, John.
Oh, BiSLEAGUE. Yeah. I'm sure everybody's been paying close attention to this one.
Well, if not, they can check out my dank graph, and you'll be able to see exactly what's going on.
Oh, that's kind of sick. Good job, Terry.
I didn't make that. I'm not taking any. There is someone specifically on Twitter that's making these daily. I have his Twitter link. I'll have to go and find it. I'm following him, and he's putting these out whenever the pre-release, numbers come out, and he's making it go along. It's pretty cool. I've been following it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on here for those that don't know is we're selecting the lineups for the next two iterations of BiS First and BiS Second by vote.
We
So
AKB now, boy.
We new tread, boys. We new tread.
What you do is you buy the CD, you get a voting ticket with a 16 place alphanumeric code that you enter into the website when you vote.
Yeah.
So, they're being super legit with this. As much as WACK can be super legit with things. But anyway, voting's all month till the 29th, so you still got time. You can order a CD, and voting is open worldwide.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of a new thing for WACK. Usually they like to keep it just Japan, but this is worldwide voting.
Well, the WACK
You could
elections
vote on the
last year were also worldwide.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
that's
that's
true.
true.
Yeah. You just had to wait for it to arrive before you could.
You just have to find a website that will actually ship you the CDs.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point now. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good point.
So should we get into the current standings or?
Oh, yeah, it's just all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah. So, I've got the graph up with the latest standings. So if you can read the graph, you'll have pretty much the latest standings.
Should also explain it's two groups of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of
6 and 4 or whatever.
4 and 6.
Yeah. So I think 5 and 5 is going to be more balanced. One of the commenters had a good point. They said that there's kind of a flaw here that the new girls are always going to be low. I agree, but
that's not true though, is it? Because look who's at number 4 right now.
Not necessarily, but the rest of them will probably end up bottom. But I don't think they're taking that into consideration at all. I think this is done specifically to drive CD sales. Let's be honest, and it has.
Oh, yeah,
look at
absolutely.
look if you count the numbers. Yeah, that's 1,136 votes for Aya. Each one of those CDs is 180 yen. So that's
Minimum.
Or more.
minimum or more.
1,080 yen, not 180 yen.
Oh, sorry.
If only it were.
Sorry. I should have said 1080. Sorry. In my head, yeah. So.
Well, some of those votes cost people 10,000 yen.
I think those votes should be worth more, right, John?
What's they're like a 10 vote thing?
No,
Yep.
it should be 100 so I could
Jesus.
get Perry another 100 votes.
Well, to get her back into first. But yeah, so if you're just looking at Aya alone, her CD sales were already roughly around about, I think it was 8 grand. I think I worked it out as just on her CD sales alone, 8 grand. Like once you put all of it together, I can't even remember how much. I think it was like 11. No, it wasn't 11 grand. It was off. I can't remember. We worked out earlier, but yeah, the sales numbers for it so far are stupid, and that's without taking into account, you know, like when the Oricon chart, like, you know, show how many they've sold and blah blah blah.
Well, on that first day, they came in. The singles came in at what, 3rd and 4th.
Oh, right.
On their opening day.
It's confusing because obviously people are some people just buying BiS 2, or are people buying BiS 1 and BiS 2? Because I've seen some people buying equally, and some people are only buying BiS 1, and some people only buying BiS 2.
BiS 2 is the economic.
Is there not a cheap version of the BiS 1 single? There is, though, right?
No, there's a cheap version of BiS 1.
Yeah, there is. There's a cheap version as well.
There's a regular version.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who you want to listen to.
Yeah.
Well, it also depends. It also currently, at least, well, maybe not anymore. I think that all the release events are done, but like, it also depends on who you want to get checky with. Because if you want to get a checky with a BiS first member, you have to buy the BiS first version.
Ah, okay,
and if you want to get a checky with BiS second, you have to get the BiS second version.
And we're going to do this for every single and all the way into the future.
Yeah, until people graduate, and then we get back down to like 6 or 7, and then we can, you know, realistically merge ourselves together, pretty much.
Imagine they do this like to decide the lineup for like each single.
I think that's
the idea.
That's the plan.
I think that's actually the plan. I would not be surprised if that's actually the plan.
Yeah.
You're gonna burn people out, though.
Do people get burnt out on an AKB?
I mean, if you're buying it,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean,
how long have they been doing this?
But you have, like, AKB's slightly different because
they have like 8,000 members.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Their release is like less regular.
They release like 3 times a year, maybe.
Well, they also don't re-vote every single.
Yeah, it's once a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I guess technically you're buying CDs for like handshake tickets with AKB.
Yeah.
And I suppose if you get CDs anyway, you know, so you can get checky and stuff with BiS, then I suppose you could just use the codes to do your votes. Maybe we might just see voting numbers go down, but, you know, people still voting. I think it will be wild this time round, and I think next time people will calm down a bit. Maybe.
It depends what kind of crazy hijinks Watanabe pulls, because there's no way this like, we're not just having a vote. Come on.
Yeah, like I mean,
it will be.
I mean, they're on the I don't know what will happen tour. So
the funniest thing that could happen is that everyone who gets voted into first and second, once the polls come out, he goes, "Okay, now take that," and we invert that. Everyone who got into BiS first with the votes is now BiS second, and he just flips it again. That doesn't
make much difference.
I mean, apart from
not really.
If you go to see them, it kind of does. You know, if you get to see them perform 2 songs or a whole set, you know.
Yeah, if the show at Yoyogi Park was any indication of the way,
but they do two different shows a day.
Yeah,
do they?
Yeah.
Do both sets do full shows?
Like on their tour, they're each doing like separate lives, essentially.
Yeah.
In the same venue on the same day.
Yeah.
Same venue, same day, and same set list.
Oh, okay.
Which I was hoping that they would have. I was hoping they would at least have different set lists, so you could like I was hoping that when he split it into 2, like this would be a way to like kind of bring in more of the less played songs, or even the ultimate like this was like magical Christmas Happy Land was like. Maybe they somehow got back like the Avex era songs.
Yeah, good luck. They're on Crownstone.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to be happening except for Fly.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing that they've basically lost so many songs to just like the Avex black hole.
Yeah, I miss Stupig. I want Stupig back.
Oh my god.
Just want some BiS simulation and PPCC.
PPCC would be nice. But yeah,
I'm trying to imagine either of the current lineups do PPCC, though, and I'm struggling.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been really impressed by some of the new candidates, and I'm interested to see how this lineup works. I mean, at the moment, you've got a lot of people fluctuating up and down in this whole voting thing, but Godzilla seems to have managed to keep herself in the top 5. She was like second at one point, I think.
She was second the first day.
Oh, the first day. There you go. And now she's gone down to like 5th, I think.
Or no, 5th.
Dude,
5th now, yeah.
Her performance at the Yoyogi kickoff live was
tight, yeah.
That was awesome.
She was really good. She's come a long way, and I feel like Neru, or however you say her name, was really good live. And Toriyasu Hana, is that how you say it? Yeah, there you go. She's riding forth right now. She's really, really strong live, like super strong.
Hana's really, really, really good.
She got some rich fans.
Yeah, she's a new member, and she's sitting on 912. Like,
she also like.
I don't even think she was particularly popular during the auditions.
No,
she stands out though.
She does.
Yeah, she does stand out.
She has a
like distinct facial features
yeah.
and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, you know who was popular during the audition? The girl sitting at 9.
Little Panako, yeah. Panako, yeah.
All these people disrespecting Yuina.
And poor old Mew Club. I know, poor Yuina, she goes from like, an Avex WACK collaboration.
Like center of Empire.
Yeah,
basically.
Center of Empire, to being taken out of her...
Center of Empire, but...
She pretty much was at the beginning. Like, when they first came out, pretty much.
Not really. She had like all of one line in Akarui Mirai.
Yeah, fuck that song anyway. Don't worry about that. And then you got Mura Panako and Mew Club, pure Mew Club. She's on like 211 votes.
Oh,
I mean that's still 211 people.
Better start hustling.
Yeah, I just don't know, what those two's characters like. Nedu or whatever her name is.
It's a pretty like tight running between like
the bottom four.
Like, the top.
It's in the top
between like the top 6.
Yeah.
And then there's like this giant drop off where it's just like, yeah, sorry, Yuina, Nell.
Look, let's be honest. All of Yuina's fans have all moved on to either Mikina or Maho from Empire. Like, they're like, okay, we're sticking with Empire because that's what we like now. Yuina's gone. I'm not going to go to BiS where there's all these shenanigans going on. I'm just going to stay in Empire that seems to be, roughly kind of stable. And it has these 2 new cool members. Like, why would they just...
I am an Empire droid. I do not have the BiS firmware.
Like, yeah, I BiS firmware. Yeah. He's like, this was not the group I was looking for. I'm going to stick with Empire. So, yeah. I think that's just the way it is. But I think
Empire with probably one of the most underrated albums of the year so far, by the way.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the kind of BiS League and WACK stuff and all the good stuff. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that seem to be voting for Giga.
It's like, I need to rip my CDs open and go vote for Perry right now.
Yeah.
I haven't...
she's like, only like 20 behind Goji. So I'm just like, oh yeah, fair enough. If Goji gets knocked down to second, I'm happy because I like Goji and Nedu. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine as long as they're together. And I like Yuina as well. So
I would not be surprised if Perry makes a big jump today.
At some point, yeah.
Well, because like look at what happened with Aya. Like Aya was like fifth, and then she went down to 6th.
Oh, bruh, did you not see the pictures?
Once her fans saw that she wasn't going to be in first, they were like, "Oh fuck it!" Everyone just went all out.
There was pictures on Twitter of people with like literally handfuls of hundreds of them, and they were like, "This is for Panluna," or "This is for this is for Aya." Like people were like making it known, like I'm voting for this person with a shitload of
What you
votes.
don't realize, Terry, is that those people are all friends, and we're just like passing that stack of codes around between each other for pictures. For
Probably. Well, I don't know, man, because if you look at it, I mean, Aya did literally go from 6th to 1st and went from, she was on like 600 or something like that, and she pretty much doubled her votes. So, like, I don't know, man.
I actually think Aya is, I actually do think that Aya is, like, the most popular member if going by Checky line length is any indication.
It's because she was in Gang Parade at one point, fam. That's why.
I thought Gang Parade have no fans though.
They were totally irrelevant.
That's just a running joke. That's just a running joke. Don't worry. Don't confuse the fans. Actually, hopefully by now, if you've been on the podcast long enough, you'd understand the running no fans joke. Well, I would hope so by now. But
I've got new memes, but I'm not allowed to use them, unfortunately.
You gotta let your memes be dreams on that one. But we can move on to something that's probably not quite as happy and fun to talk about. But yeah, it's happened and it needs to be discussed. Did I actually put a picture on this slide? Yes, I did, and it's me talking about it. Great. And yeah, it's the whole Kandai syrup situation.
Well, it's some of the Kandai syrup situation.
Okay,
because we're not going to talk about part of it because
I feel like if people want to discuss that, they can go on Twitter and they can look at some of the other recent things. It doesn't seem so, right?
Guess that's good, I guess.
Yeah. There's there's stuff has been said, but the whole group. Did you read wholesale graduation? I
did write that.
Oh, okay. The wholesale graduation, I don't know what that is. Was announced on June 25th. So it's been.
That just means that all of them are graduating.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, everyone's graduating. Ichigo's already gone.
Yeah, she graduated that day when they announced it.
And mine's not happy.
No, because Ichigo, and he said Ichiho, completely wrong one. But Ichigo apparently had legged it off with a lot of the clothes that Mai had lent her, and those Harajuku brands, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. So she was having a good old Twitter storm about it the other day, basically saying like, I don't even want to talk to her, I feel betrayed. Roughly around about the same time, Ichigo posted basically just a status on Twitter of just some knives. So I feel maybe she thought there was a bit of backstabbing going on. So it's a bit of a mess at Kandai at the moment. The sweet bowl has well and truly been knocked onto the floor.
It's been smashed on the floor.
Yeah, Halloween's not looking good. But yeah, Ichigo has now deleted her CS account, so her Twitter is no longer there. So our candy floss haired pink member is gone. The others will graduate on August 19th.
In America.
Well, no, August 19th is when they graduate in Japan. But so they'll have a last show in Japan. But then they actually still have a Sabaten Con appearance in, is it Phoenix, Arizona?
Yeah.
It is Phoenix, Arizona, yeah. And that will take place on basically at the end of August, so August 31st. Yeah. Weird. It's obviously the people at Sabaten Con couldn't foresee that this was happening. And
I'm surprised it's going ahead.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm assuming that, stuff has been paid for and Kandai Syrup has, been given the money to play the show and stuff's been booked. So if the 4 girls that are still there are happy and they're, they're like, hey, why not? Like, it's over now, but, we can go and, have one last, hurrah.
And we can all go see America.
And we can all go see America. Then why? Yeah, why not? If it's been paid for you and you're getting paid, you might as well go and do it. It's still kind of sad, considering I only got like their EP and like t-shirt, well the new EP and the t-shirt probably like last week, and I was like, yeah,
I got mine yesterday.
This is awesome. Like I'm gonna get to see Ichigo when I go to Japan and rock the t-shirt and go see them. And they were like, yeah, Ichigo's gone. And I was like, well, fuck. There's me in me candy floss pig t-shirt, and I'm like, well, that's Ichigo gone. Things can't get much worse. Oh, and they're disbanding. Oh right, it can get worse. Okay, cool.
They're not disbanding.
Yeah,
oh, sorry. Yeah. All of the members are graduating. Sorry.
They're gonna try to like get new members and etc. And we'll see how that turns out.
So, yeah.
Basically, what's probably happened, apart from the stuff that people are talking about on Twitter, is a bunch of contracts probably came up and people wanted more money than EQ is willing to pay, and yeah, it's cheaper.
Yeah, and he's like, right, fuck off then.
Well, it's also, it seems a bit weird because you've also got Kodomo, who's also quit working at the salon. So she's left the salon for reasons.
I think she worked at the clothing outlet actually.
Oh, one of the two, but she's basically stopped working for Kandai in general. So she's decided to stop working for Kandai overall, not just the group, but also the daytime job as well. So that's kind of odd.
The thing people do need to remember, though, is that this group was basically made to promote the Kandai brand.
They are pretty much 2018's Deep Girl. They were made to do a purpose. That purpose
they even have a member from Deep Girl.
Oh God, the correlation is too real. Too real, Ethan. Please. She's an
harbinger of death.
None. Idol of death. It was a sign. We should have seen this all along. But yeah, you know, I think Eco said that he is looking for new members and that they'll be going ahead with auditions for a new system of Kandai syrup that I'm hoping are going to be up and running by the time we get out there, you know. Last time we got to see Kandai when they were quite, you know, fresh and, you know, like a lot of people hadn't seen them yet, so that was cool. So I'm hoping to kind of maybe get a chance to do that again, you know, and hopefully discover some new cool girls, you know, that are doing the whole, you know, Kandai syrup type style music or whatever.
Actually, the second phase recruitment process ends tomorrow, so.
Yeah, but you know, it's always like if they don't find anyone, they'll probably, you know, reopen it just like, you know, Surizuri and Zenkimi Kodomo medals constantly always, you know, opening and closing, you know, auditions, you know, to try and find people.
They're not. No, they just have constantly ongoing auditions.
Or you can be like Ichiho and just like drag people off the street to come and be in your group, like Kokite do. You know, you look cool. Oh, you don't have a personality? Don't worry, we'll work on that. You come be in our group. That's fine.
Or just pick up lost children at Disneyland.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's our bit of bad news. It's a shame that we couldn't make this like a, you know, like a good sandwich. But it looks like I've ended up putting all the bad slices of ham at the end. But we'll get through it. So you're taking us away with this one, I think, John.
Oh yeah, that's right, I am. Let's see here. Kind of lost. I was reading the chat there.
Apologies.
Got distracted. Ari Alice is done as well. As a matter of fact, I don't think they ever actually really got started.
Yeah.
For a second time.
It's hard to finish if you don't start, yeah.
They did release a CD, but they never, to my knowledge, did a single live ever. They did this convention, sold their CDs, and that was about it. And then their end was announced just on the 2nd, on July 2nd. So, yeah, very odd.
They were kind of like a doujin circle at a comic hit, I guess.
Yeah.
They're about for like the one event, and then they like don't really do anything outside of that.
Which is unlucky, but luckily, you know, Yuffie or Garuda, you know, however you know her on the left in the picture, for those of you with pictures and not you guys who listen to the MP3, we see you, we hear you.
There's a lot of you.
Yeah, surprisingly. But yeah, luckily, you know, she's still got Garuda. She's doing her, you know, her solo thing, Garuda, that's going really, really well. And also you've got her now in Melon Batake, which we'll be talking about very soon. So yeah, like I think she's okay. The other two girls I don't really know much about, so I can't really you know, hazard a guess as to whether they'll go on to do other stuff. I don't really know. I don't know if Ethan knows anything more about them.
I'm not real, like, I didn't like actively follow Realis very much, so I don't really know too much about the other members. I just basically know Yuffie.
Yeah, and at least they got a CD out. The first iteration of this group did a live, and that was it.
Speaking of those CDs, if you do want to pick up the Realis CD, I believe Yuffie has them on her, or Garuda, however you will know her. She has them on her actual store. Yeah.
Her base store.
Like Yuffie is her name.
I know, but like some people might not know her by that at all. They might only know
Garuda's like the name of
the project. Yeah. But like I'm trying to make sure that everyone understands the connection.
Yeah, there you go. Chris in chat, I think the girl who created the group makes gothic Lilia stuff for conventions.
See, that makes sense then.
So it's another tie-in promotion thing.
But yeah, Yuffie's got the CD up on her store, so you can go get it there, as well as I think she's still got a few t-shirts and some you know, Garuda CDs and stuff left.
I don't think she's got many T-shirts left unless you want like a triple XL.
Right.
Yeah, she didn't make very many. They went like hotcakes as far as I can tell.
It's because we all fucking bought them. That's why.
No, she sold most of them out at one of the shows she did.
Yeah.
Like, and then she was like, I have like 3 larges, 2 mediums, and like 4 extra larges or whatever. Be quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll have one of those extra larges, thank you.
Yeah, I took a large, I think it was.
I'm wearing it right now.
So it's probably Chris. We'll see. So yeah, we can move on to releases. I think that's pretty much it for the news. I think we've had a fair bit of news today. Who's going to take us away on releases?
This is where I go hard in the paint for my new favorite iDOL group.
Oh no, Gokite will be displeased. Yeah, let's move on to releases.
It's like speaking of Yuffie.
Yeah, speaking of Yuffie / Garuda.
Is someone having a gunfight outside my room? What the fuck is this?
I hope not. I mean, it would make great podcasts.
No, it's just the kids firing fireworks at each other. It's fine. I'm safe. Okay. That's all right. Can never tell these days. Them darn kids.
We don't even celebrate the 4th of July.
I know, right?
It's a sad day for
People
us.
are going to think I'm American or Scottish or Welsh, something like that. Who knows?
Right. So yeah, Melon Batake, a go-go, the rockabilly idols from outer space, because that's a thing.
Yeah.
Apparently. They just put out their first mini album, Sick Idols Sick. I believe the X's are supposed to be silent. They just put out their first mini album on the 27th of June. It costs 2,100 yen plus tax, so it's like 2,300-ish, I guess. It has 6 tracks. Track 1, Sick Idols, which is an instrumental track that they come on the stage to. It's pretty cool. Then there's Idol Cats, Shiroi Majin Tohoro no O, Horrorbilly Nights, which there's a music video for that we'll be talking about later. The Idol from Outer Space, which is one of my favorite songs in a very long time, and Change the Wolfman. So yeah, I already have a review for this on my website, idolishit.com. You guys can go check that out for like the full experience. 5 of the 6 tracks are on Melon Batake's SoundCloud, so you don't even have to like buy anything to listen. But I'm sure they would really appreciate it if you went on their store and bought the CD.
What's the only thing that's not on there? Idol Cats?
Sick Idols. It's just that the instrumental is the only thing that's not on there.
They just didn't put
but
the stage entrance stuff.
Their fans like record all of their shows, so you can just go on YouTube and find like a 1080p video
of like their big one man that they just did a while ago. That was like awesome.
Oh yeah, speaking of one, well, it wasn't a one man.
Well, it was a long set for them though. You know what I mean? But yeah, they did have some other people there. It was a big show though.
They had like Fetties and like the band part of the Natsu no Momono, or
I always mess their name up. Yeah.
Momono. It's one of those ones.
One of those ones.
Yeah, so they're actually doing a big one-man, well, big for them anyway, one-man live in November on the 19th at Shinjuku Loft. And I'm going to be in Japan now.
I'm going to be there.
Do they do the older songs as well?
Yes.
They still do the older songs live.
John hasn't watched a YouTube video. I'm sad.
Hey.
I
can't watch everything.
They do a rather nice rendition of Surfing Bird by the Trash Men.
They do.
Good.
Somebody needs to do it. Goes. So they do that too.
So just to point out, technically the majority of their songs aren't original. The guy that produces them used to play bass for this like cult psychobilly band called the Monster Go-Go's, and he's kind of like taken a lot of the songs that band played back in like the kind of 90s to early 2000s. They're still around, but he's just taken a lot of their songs and kind of like, you know, repurposed and kind of like changed some lyrics and stuff around to kind of give this group a starting point, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't really mean anything to most people anyway, because I looked and you cannot get any of their CDs anywhere on the internet.
Well,
so
just that one, and it's not cheap.
they're not on like iTunes or
No,
anything.
they're like a little, they're like a cult following band, you know, they're kind of well known,
Yeah,
but you know, hard to.
Cult following,
Yeah,
which means passionate but not many in most cases. So yeah, this is one of my favorite things I've listened to in a long time, and I'm really happy that I found out about it. Thanks, Chris.
I still haven't actually bought the CD because I'm waiting to buy it at directly from them at a release event or something.
Well,
Because they're like doing all sorts of like promotional stuff for like the next 2 months.
yeah,
It's-
they're
Yeah.
also going to be selling tickets for that one man starting on the 22nd of July, I believe. So if you're in Japan in the next few months and you're like wandering around Shibuya or Shinjuku kind of late at night and you see people like handing out flyers or trying to sell you tickets, it's probably going to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've totally encountered Nakamura like outside Shinjuku Loft. Like
Trying to hustle.
I think it was like a month ago. I think it was like
Yeah, that was
She
been
was
for the
trying
last
to,
show. Yeah.
she was trying to like sell tickets for the thing they did at the end of May.
Yeah, the iDOL Sick
Volume 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and she gave me a flyer and was like, "Wait, I know you."
Oh no.
Yeah, so if you're not in Japan, you can get this CD on Amazon Japan or HMV or Disc Union or CD Japan have it too. Use my affiliate link.
The CD is pretty readily available.
Yeah, or what you could do is you could go on their online store and get it there, and you could also get like T-shirts and like badges. And,
Oh yeah, and that way they get the bulk of the
stickers.
money, don't they?
Yeah, they've got like towels and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
That's what I did.
Always best to buy directly from the idol, be it through personally or their storefront.
I think I just bit through my tongue.
We're not going to mention the membership cards because my name is not Idoni Abuzi or whatever someone thought.
It is now, boy.
It is now. It's going to be on all my checkies.
So yeah, go follow them all on Twitter. Like at least 3 of them are really responsive if you like tweet them in Shonen Japanese.
Yeah.
Hey, and don't be scared to use your English with Yuffie because she can understand it pretty good.
Yeah, English is
okay.
English is pretty good.
Yeah, I always talk to her in English. She always replies in Japanese. So.
And if you want to try and follow Rune and talk to her, then yeah, and good luck. Her account's locked.
Her account's locked for some reason. I don't understand why.
She's fine. I talk to her all the time. She's just a strange girl. She's kind of odd. So yeah.
But we'll be talking more about Melon Batake really soon here because they've got a music video. So let's move on to our next bit of release news, John.
Which is fresh.
Who likes Billy Idol?
Hey.
I like Billy Idol. I just saw them,
everybody got their hands
2 days
up?
ago.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Hey.
cool.
Here's some hot, fresh news.
Oh,
They got an
prices,
album
dude.
coming out on the 7th of November.
Oh yeah. Guess what?
Hello.
Hey,
Guess what? I'm in
guess where I'll be then.
in Japan. So yeah.
One of the
This is like hot off the presses. I mean,
the
what was this, like
the
an
steam's
hour
still
before the
coming
show?
off it. It's so fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like an hour before the show this came out.
But there isn't much.
And they
there isn't much.
and there's
info.
like no details aside from we're gonna release an album on this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I'm excited.
But it is an album.
It's
They said
actually
it's an
going to be
album, right?
a new
A new
as
album,
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
which, you know, that Billy Idol usually only releases albums. They don't do many singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for that one time when they did.
Except that one time, yeah.
Yeah, except they've got like 5 albums.
Yeah, this album is all new songs. It's a new album. A completely new album.
I'm so glad I realized that the one they just put out wasn't going to have really any new songs, so I didn't buy it.
I mean, I got it on Apple Music just to check it out and find out whether or not Paul Louis actually was on all the songs we recorded, and it turns out she is. So it was interesting to hear how they
re-recorded everyone for
I wasn't about to drop like another 3K on it. Though.
It was just interesting to hear how they placed her in the songs, because obviously a lot of the ones I would, be expecting a certain voice to come in and do something, and it was kind of interesting to, hear Paul Louis come in and be like, that sounds okay, or or that sounds kind of weird, but it's kind of, once you've listened to a song that sounds one way for so long, it takes a while to get used to a different iteration of the song.
It's also a little weird because like all their songs before had always been written with like 4 members in mind, and then suddenly you have this 5th one thrown in.
Indeed.
So yeah, watch this space. We will have more information when it's made available, which might not be for quite a long time.
Yeah, but it's something on the horizon for people to get excited about if they are Billy Idol fans.
Why did they announce this like now? It's July.
After this, I'm going to go and check their calendar thing and see what they've got going on, because sometimes their calendar's way far in advance for Billy Idol.
It's July though.
It's weird.
It's not coming out till November.
Maybe they'll be doing something else beforehand, like to build up to this. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, I managed to randomly kind of stumble into an in-store event when I was in Japan
I remember you
last
telling
year.
me about this.
I went to Gokite at like where was it? Village Vanguard in Shibuya, because they were doing an in-store event there, and I was like, oh, it's only like 8 o'clock or whatever. Oh, I'll go to Tower. It's like kind of right there. I'll go buy the Billy Idol album, and then it's like, oh, take this receipt to the the bonus the bonus
kiosk
counter or whatever.
The one that they didn't tell you where it was, and we're like, so is it up or is it down? And they're just looking at you like,
no, I knew that. No, I
well,
knew
now
where,
you do.
Yeah.
When we got BiSH's one, no one told us where the counter was. I was like,
oh, it must be like a poster or like a sticker or something. And I just get handed like 3 event tickets. I'm like, all right, when's this going to be? Because it's like,
other stuff as well.
For like a week's time or something. It's like, oh no, it's in like half an hour.
And you were like, oh, so I'll just walk around here then for a bit, I guess.
No, I just went up to. It was like on the 5th floor or something. I just went up, and there was like a ton of people there, but there was no one standing near the front, so I just kind of like walked up to the front.
I do find like with a lot of installs that some people will really they don't want to move forward for a while, especially if there's not a group that they're into or whatever, or don't see. Do you remember when we see Broken by the Scream? Like Broken by the Scream are going like absolutely wild.
There's like 8 awkward salary men and us.
Yeah, and us, and I'm like right up front, like rocking
that's
out.
happened to me with like Spark Speaker. Like I saw that, like I went to a release event for them at like Tower Records or something.
I was like getting into it as much as one can do at an in-store in quite a quiet, like shopping mall at a certain amount of time, with not many people there. I was kind of like, this is about as as much as I can get into it, but I
bet there was people like, because it was like kind of like an open air kind of shopping center.
Yeah.
I bet the people on the floor below were like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah. It was funny, and we was in the shop, and they came out to like warm up vocals and stuff like that, and you just kind of turned to me and you were like, that's scary, that's scary, because they kind of just walked up, picked the mics up, and they're standing there like warming up their voices and stuff, so like doing like loads of like weird sounds and growls and that sort of stuff. And the guy's like checking their levels, and like Kagura screams, and he's like, yep, we'll turn that down. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? I think the rest of them like sung a few lines, and he was like, yeah, good times, we're ready to go. But yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, in-store lives can be very interesting, I think, sometimes. What else have we got this week anyway, before we get onto more reminiscent of crap?
We're on the song previews,
We are on the previews.
Yep.
Well, oh, John, you could take
Only this first one isn't actually a preview now, is it? Because the single's out.
see. Can you see the one I've highlighted? I actually forgot to add a slide, so we'll just do that for now, and we'll have to work on something else. Sorry,
okay,
sorry, fam.
No,
Cool.
right, okay. I guess I got cat. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry,
Anyway,
the slide's not
Kendai
complete.
Syrup,
Yeah.
Breakdown Syndrome. They put out a lyric video. We put it in song previews because it's not an MV, right?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even
And
feature the
anybody who
girls.
doesn't, and anybody that doesn't have the single probably has not heard it. So
Considering it isn't anywhere digitally.
yeah, but it's called Breakdown Syndrome, and it features Bara, who is in a deathcore band, I think, called Hone Your Sense. Is this correct?
Isn't that the group that they collabed with on the song?
Yeah.
think.
I was kind of confused when I first heard this song because I was like, "That's a dude."
Yeah, and he's a deathcore guy. And if you like gent, this is the Kendai Syrup for you.
It's pretty genty.
It's pretty genty. And there's a lot of breakdowns.
Gentlemen,
So Breakdown
please.
Syndrome is an apt title.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
I mean, and they're literally like,
It's a heavy song.
I can't live without the breakdown, or no, is it no mosh, no life, or something like that, or no live,
No.
no life, no life.
No life.
Yeah. I can't live without the breakdown. Or the lyrics are cringy. I'm not gonna lie. The lyrics are written by Iku, and he needs to give up his day job don't give up his day job on the lyric writing, I should say. And
The
The clean
real.
vocals sound bad. I'm going to put that out there as an opinion and see what you guys think.
it's kind of like
No, I agree.
they kind of plod along a bit. It's like do.
It's like they put some kind of effect on the harsh vocals and then they didn't turn it off for the clean vocals.
That, and I don't feel like the song, like the parts where it was supposed to be for them, I don't really feel like it was tailored for them. I feel like they just wrote the song and they were like, okay, now this is where you are, and they were like, okay.
Yeah.
So like, it didn't really have that. You know, like a lot of their songs, normally you can feel the fusion between like the iDOL stuff and the other stuff. This felt basically it was the group that they had worked with. You know, this band, this deathcore band or whatever. It was basically, you know, their song, and then they'd pretty much just removed the normal guy and they just stuck them in singing for a bit. That's kind of what it felt like.
The verses got replaced.
Pretty apt.
They replaced the verses with iDOL stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty much.
But then they didn't.
It's like a deathcore / metalcore song with like core choruses and breakdowns and iDOL
Yeah.
in between.
Gary,
Yeah.
it literally means it is Yuku Ishuda Zuzurezure. That is.
I know.
Oh.
I don't want to get set up.
No, that's why I wrote it. That's fine. That's why I wrote it there for you.
I'm setting you up, dude.
Spoiler.
I'm setting you up again.
Because John almost did set you up, so it's fine. So yeah, we can move on to the next song preview.
This Breakdown Syndrome song is not very good.
If you like really heavy, genty deathcore, you'll probably like it.
I wouldn't even recommend it then because the vocals are like just so out of place.
Yeah.
Well, the deathcore vocals are fine.
There's an instrumental track.
the
for it,
iDOL
you'll probably
vocals.
like
I
that.
feel like they took it one step too far with the heavy, and they didn't manage to make the vocals gel with what was left of the heaviness. Like, if you're gonna have heavy and you're gonna have light, all these things need to be in equal balance. It needs to be, you know, a yin and a yang, or your whatever, yin and yang or whatever. You know, it needs to work. And I feel like the heavy parts were like, yeah, and then you got to the other parts and you were like, no, what's going on? Like,
What happened?
it was you know, it was well planned but poorly executed. That's what I would say.
It starts off really good.
Oh yeah, but originally I heard it and I was like, well, why is that not non? I can't even hear non doing any of it. So I was kind of like, is it basically just they knew that non wouldn't be able to do that level of screams, so they had the Barra guy do it instead.
They got Barra in there doing
to
it.
do all the real heavy stuff, and then Non does the odd like or whatever. Yeah,
she does get her one noise in there.
Oh, she does the whole like thing. Yeah, she does that. But But
anyway,
sorry, let's move on to something else.
We have got another song preview. We did have 3, now we're down to 2.
Apologies, that's my fault. We'll cover it in the next one.
We have Yukue Shirezu Surezure.
Looking gangster as fuck in the picture.
With Yukue Shirezu Surezure, but written in kanji.
Completely different.
Very bizarre.
Yeah.
It's like our name isn't an old enough Japanese phrase as it is. We have to Hanako-san it, I guess.
Yeah, that's literally a good way of putting it. We've Hanako-san it and used kanji that no one would fucking recognize or use.
So yeah, this is a preview of a song from their upcoming album, which is called Onigotere
X Fallen.
There you go. Damn it. I was trying to put you on the spot.
Are you sure it's not EX?
Bruh, no, it's X Fallen. Well, it could be EX, but I'm just gonna say X Fallen.
You sure? You sure it's not EX, like EX Machina?
Yeah, no. See, this is what me and John was talking about earlier. We were like, whenever I see EX, I always pronounce it as EX normally, because EX special moves in Street Fighter. Jesus, I'm a nerd. And then EX Machina or whatever. Yeah. But now I'm thinking, I'm just gonna say it could be EX Fallen or X Fallen. I don't know. Either way, the album title is pretty cool. Yeah. Do you know what this also is? This is a good way of showing how to balance heavy and singing.
It sure is.
Yeah, they did a good job with this one. I
don't see how it's a demo. I think the mix is good. I mean, I love how they call these demos.
Did they bill it as a demo?
Oh, yeah, they always do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was one of those like 2 hour, like up to 2 hours things, right?
It's probably not fully mixed and mastered. It's probably just like a half mix or a half master, and just kind of chuck it out. I'm sure it still needs to be leveled, and there's a few things that need to be done to it. They got to brick wall that shit and make sure it's as loud as possible, like everyone else does.
Yeah.
I like how I feel like they've taken some of their original kind of style, and they've kind of mashed it together with what they started doing with Paradise Lost and Loud Asymmetry. I feel like it's kind of a culmination of all of the styles that they've been doing over the years and kind of grown, and
they've kind of gone back to their roots in a way, I suppose.
They're bringing the emo back. They're bringing the emo back, and that's going to piss off some people because they don't like that. But if there was a way to describe Surezure, I would say that they're like post-hardcore or emotive hardcore. That's how they are. I mean, they even said it themselves. What is it? Why? How did they say it? Yeah, YTHC or whatever.
How did they say it, or how did they actually spell it?
Well, originally it was YTHC, and then they messed up and put YTCH on a cap, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's core hate," instead of like hardcore or whatever. But
okay.
It's just like the what was the tour? They spelt one of the tours wrong.
It was the Avant-Grade tour.
Yeah, the Avant-Grade tour. and Paradise Lost and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
we meant it to be Avant-Grade the whole time.
If you listen to Surezure, you've got to be okay with a bit of English, because there is some strange English patterns in some of their songs, lyrics-wise. It's like they've taken what they were going to scream in, like, Japanese, and they've basically just Google translated it and be like, yeah, cool, scream that, like, sometimes. Sometimes it works out really well, like on Paradise Lost, like the screaming verse for Shidari on that was really good. On this one, it's actually pretty good as well. There's a few things that, like, grammatically are a bit odd, but it's Surezure, man. Like, you don't care about that.
I feel like you could take this song and give it to someone and be like, yeah, this is an accurate representation of what you get
with Surezure
from Surezure
live as well. Like, this is what you would get. Like, and I feel like even with all of their screen tones and stuff, the 4 of them have become much more pronounced in all of their own screen like tones.
Yeah, you can tell it's different.
You can tell who,
sure.
yeah. Which compared to their older material, it was a lot harder because I feel like they used to turn up the distortion a lot to make up for their I don't know what it would be, inexperience, I suppose, at the style of which they did originally. Shadari never really had that issue too much, but yeah, the other girls have come a long way. Suya's like growl and scream now is ridiculous. Mei Yuimei, obviously originally from Kuroku, or how do you pronounce it, Kuroku? Or 969, let's just say that for some people who don't understand. Yeah. She was originally from there, I think, and now she's in here. And she, funnily enough, everyone's like, "Hey, does she do harsh vocals?" We don't know.
She sure does.
She sure fucking does. And you've actually got Komachi, who, funnily enough, like does the lows. She's like even though she has like the high, I don't know, like I wouldn't say high voice.
Like wispy voice.
Yeah, but then when she growls, she's got like the dirty low growl, which is like really weird. You wouldn't expect her to have that. So I think altogether the 4 different types of scream and singing that they have they work very well together, but you can also exactly tell who everyone is. In a way, it reminds me of KTA. Like Nonomera, Kotetsu, and Yamakumaru. Yeah. Like as soon as they come in, you know who it is. You know what voice it is. You know who's singing, who's rapping, who's screaming. Like you know who it is, and I feel like that says a lot about their character and the performance that they put in. So I'm fucking hyped for this album, as you can probably tell.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're like getting back on their feet after all the nonsense at the end of last year.
This is going to be the equivalent of their egoistic issues. This is going to be Surizure's equivalent, because you've got pretty much the same amount of tracks, plus you got the 4 solo tracks. So each one of them is going to get a solo song, like they did with Zenkimi. So I'm fucking hyped for this album. But yeah, I just think it's a really good balance between lighter stuff with them singing, and those parts when they bring in the screams with a do 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 do, and the screams kind of like go in time with the chugs of the guitar and stuff. That's how you fucking do it, boys. That is how you bring harsh vocals in with iDOL songs, so it doesn't sound like it's stuck out or tacked on. That shit is part of the song, and they're gonna rock that live.
Well, now all they need to do is stop playing songs all within their record company and start going out and joining other.
Well, they're doing that now, aren't they? They're doing that now. KTA and Surizuri.
Well, KTA did yesterday.
Yeah, Surizuri are doing it as well.
And they looked so out of place because it was the middle of the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
They did, but that show was the bomb. That show was awesome.
It was, but I do admit that I think Kodomo Mental's stuff works very well in a specific situation in a venue. It's a bit like seeing Necro. It's a bit like seeing Necro playing in a large open air daytime thing. It just looks very fucking weird. It looks very weird. Like especially stuff that's themed. Like I want to see Necro in the dark. I want to see flashing lights. I want to see suicide notes. I want to see some fucking moshing going on. I want to pretty much perish in the pit. Which is all stuff that happens.
What else I want to see, Terry?
What do you want to see?
I want to see some music videos.
Alright, let's fucking do it.
I'm sweating so much right now.
Alright, you can take us away with the first video.
Sounds like a good way to transition.
Listen, our transitions are never good, let's be honest.
No. So, we're not going to get like a strike for this.
Oh, that's delicious.
No, not for this one, no.
So yeah, we talked about them earlier, and I mentioned that they had a music video out. So here is Melon Batake, a go-go with Horrorbilly Nights. This music video is basically everything I love about what some people would call like B or like C list horror movies.
I'm sure that all of you know. This is actually kind of a trailer for an actual movie that they made.
It sure is.
So all these cuts are from like the movie.
Yeah, and then this is basically like
makes
extra
me even
footage.
more excited.
Yeah, that movie.
I had to make sure the part where like Nakamura was like kind of undressing.
That you didn't say it during then, yeah.
And it's got Mr. Justin.
And it's got Justin in it as well.
It
yeah,
sure does.
I did my reaction video and I was like, "Hey, Justin." And yeah, it was nice enough to reply on Twitter, so that's cool. He looks like he's doing some acting work in the film, so I'm super psyched to see it. Hopefully there'll be some way of us seeing it.
They'll come on, they'll burn it on a DVD and sell it, Terry.
Oh, if you go, Yuffie, if you're listening to this, you're probably not, but someone will give you a link. Burn that on a DVD and sell it at the One Man, please. Sell it at the One Man.
Or on the store.
Or on the store. Either way is fine. Yeah. So yeah, super fun video.
In case anyone's watching this and is wondering why one of them has a massive knee brace on, that's Nakamura and
I was about to say Shinsuke. Fuck's sake.
Okay. Well, I mean, he kind of has a knee brace too.
I know.
Yeah, she like a few months ago, she jumped down off the stage into the crowd and like blew
something
out her
like
ACL.
that. Yeah.
She just got surgery to fix
she,
it.
Jumped and tore her ACL and all kinds of bad.
But
she's
been wheeling around for a while.
Yeah, she got it fixed like 3 weeks ago, but she's still got the knee brace on for the foreseeable future.
I mean, she came out the hospital and went to a live, didn't she?
She was like, "Oh, I got released from hospital today," and then like about 8 hours later, one of the other girls posted a picture of her like on crutches outside the live house.
Oh. Crazy.
Well, and she keeps posting gnarly pictures of her freaking knees.
What do you mean?
Her knees pretty.
She drew a smiley face on it, bro. That was kawaii AF.
Gary's sticking up for his Oshi here. Let's be honest. But yeah, it's interesting. Run's pulling the whole like no reaction face for most of the video.
But down to the song, if anybody hasn't heard it, it's
awesome.
50s-esque horror, rockabilly, psychobilly. It's just good.
It doesn't sound.
It's really good.
It doesn't sound like an iDOL song though.
No,
it doesn't.
The vocals, like, they sing like a really low pitch, which might kind of throw people off, I guess. But it's just the style of music. That's kind of what it calls for.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
I guess we're gonna move from fun number 1 to fun number 2.
To the Banana Monkeys,
who are always a good time as well.
Who are always a good time.
So, this is a perfect example of dressing up a pretty, by the book kind of song with a really kind of interesting music video, I guess.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I wonder where they filmed
Banana
this.
Monkeys, they do that.
Where
everyone remembers like Hamigaki, right?
Yeah. With the Jav references and the what's his name? The dickhead in the forest who found the who's into the suicide forest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his name. I'm not gonna say it. It might get copy struck.
Oh yeah, he'll file a copyright claim if he thinks we mentioned it.
Even though I used him in the thumbnail.
This music video is weird.
Yeah, this part.
They're in like a prison, I guess.
/ mental institute / thing.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on in this video, but the song's good and
the choreography
the Banana Monkeys,
the
they're insanely fun live.
Oh yeah. I have no idea. It's like let's eat ramen really, really, really fast. I have no idea. Let's be honest.
Now this old fella, is he their producer or something?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of their members of management. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. And there's a magazine that they're in, like sly references to their. Yeah. That's sly reference.
Man is using a syringe as a pointer.
Well, one of them's using a syringe right now. Now they're gonna headbang on the toilet.
But yeah, this is my favorite part of the video.
Sometimes you gotta put your head between your knees, bro. It helps, innit? They're just warming up for that. Don't worry. It's very strange, especially watching him join in.
Oh, Banana Monkeys, goodness.
Yeah, but yeah, we can move on from this. I think we said everything we need to say. If you guys want to go and watch it, go and watch it properly. I would say.
If you're ever in Japan, go see them live. They're really good live. They're just a ton of fun.
They do seem like they don't take things super seriously, and they are open to making jokes that some people probably wouldn't find acceptable, maybe I say would make the word, and they do a lot of stuff for attention that some people might believe means that something else is happening.
They make jokes that people don't realize are actually jokes.
Yeah, but we'll move on from that. We'll leave that for another day. Maybe that might be something to talk about. Yeah. Next up, we've got Berry with Strange Days. That's the one. Yeah, with Strange Days, and I really like Berry. In case you haven't noticed, I did a reaction video on it. You actually went and see them like the other day, didn't you, Ethan?
Yeah, I saw them a few days back. Like for like the first time since I moved, since I came back here. So like first time in a little over a month, probably.
I really like them.
Because I saw them a few times in like May and I think in like May or April or something like that. I saw them.
Yeah, they're kind of, what was their tagline is, what did they say it was? Melodic hardcore. I don't think it really super works for this song, but I think they have other songs that it makes more sense. But I think that's just, it's just their tagline thing that they say, melodic hardcore idol group or whatever. I don't know, it's a catchy thing. People would look in and be like, oh, what kind of genre is that? Let's go and check that out. Gotta have a gimmick in idol, so this is theirs.
It's the old MMM genre, right?
Kind of. I think MMM's gone more that kind of like that the direction.
But, MMM used to call themselves melodic hardcore.
They did, yeah.
They're easy core.
No, they're easy core or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. The video, it's an all idol warehouse video. It is what it is. I thought
it's got lots of fairly recognizable camera shots as well.
Yeah. But
got them Michael Bay lens flares.
Yeah, but I thought the rain bit's really good. The bit when the rain's on and they're dancing in the rain and all that sort of stuff. And this bit, I thought that bit looks quite, it's dramatic. They're doing stuff.
You know what? Good voices all around.
Yeah, no, that I will attest to. Yeah. I particularly like the purple haired one's voice, especially in like a staggered singing bit where she has to sing quite quickly.
She has a very unique look too.
Yeah. She's kind of like.
She stands out a lot.
She's kind of like goofy cute, but I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of dig that. I told her that, so she'll probably be who I'm going to see if I go to see them for sure.
She's pretty tall, Terry. Are you sure about that?
She's not that tall.
Oh, did you get your shovel out for that?
Did you just take a shot at me on a live podcast? We're gonna have words after this, mister.
Just,
He's like, shit, what have I done?
All your favorites are short.
There aren't any lollies. There's no lollies in Berry, so I can't choose. I'm sorry. There's also no one with twin tails either.
And nobody's got glasses either.
And no one's got... Well, I don't go for the ones with glasses. Oh, I suppose...
You like Secretary Chan.
Oh, from Shingeki? Oh, yeah, and Rimwada. Yeah, I guess, kind of.
Kind of surprising Terry likes this group, then, eh?
Why? Well, because... but I also do like Nagi from Gokite, who's also tall and adorably goofy. So that is also one of my types.
Different directions at once.
Yeah, she can look at... Yeah, it means that she could talk to me and look at me while she was also looking at my checky and sign it. That is a special ability, John. You can't write that off.
That's like D&D levels of special ability.
Hey, I'm gonna tell Nagi you said that.
You do that.
Someone indirectly called Hina short. I don't think anyone
her,
needs
but she
to.
won't understand you, and she'll just like be like, "Are you Taddy-san?"
Now she knows.
Taddy!
She knows. That's funny. But yeah, we can move on to our next video. I think this is finished. If anyone's got any more bullets they want to load up before they shoot me on this next one. Right, BiSH can move on. What's this? Non-tie-up. Moving on to BiSH with non-tie-up. I thought we was going to have to wait ages for the next part in the Star Wars saga, but it seems we've kind of got early.
You're a fan of Star Wars.
Well, I was up until the last one, but I think this is bringing it back for me, if I'm honest. Yeah, pretty epic.
And if only the last Star Wars movie were this cool.
The only thing this needed was more lens flares. That's all it needed. A bit more lens flare and we would have been there. I don't know, what is there to say about this video that we haven't, that a million people haven't already said?
I mean, you have that this
they're saying it right now. They just
licking tits and jerking dicks dance,
the wankography, or however you want to say it,
They did SHACHI where they were like doing that.
to female fans anyway that we could see. I haven't seen any male fans get that.
Their female fans are filth. That's why.
Like, hey, Ina, can you just like toss me off in this checky, please? You're a female fan, that's fine. I'll do it.
The female fans at iDOL shows, like they're all filth. Like, they're always getting like the
groped or something happening.
Yeah, groped or groping.
The worst one. God forbid you're a female Pickering fan. Jesus Christ, you might as well just go to a love hotel before you start checky. Pickering's got some issues.
Yeah, I guess the only time the guys get anything is at a Fetty's checky.
Oh god, no. Parental advisory sticker, John. We can't cover Fetty's right now. Especially not Fetty's checky, no. Someone can go and look that up elsewhere. But yeah, song-wise, I really, really like the song. I like behind the whole lo-fi orchestral sample type thing.
I think this is like maybe one of their best songs ever.
I really like it.
Maybe. It's really good.
The whole kind of really like Atsuko like solo, you know, orchestral type moment, like that threw me off. That threw me off. I was not expecting that. I was like, holy shit, they gave Atsuko like the big moment. Go to
like Ina or Chichi or something, but no, Atsuko.
But the thing is, she has no. But the thing is, she kind of has that voice. She kind of has that voice.
She has the right voice for it.
She has that. Whoa! She has that. She even does that as fucking a joke. Like she literally has that voice for it.
I love how when they do like the scene where they're all running in the white dresses, that Ling Ling's just like, do I really have to do this?
She's like, don't make me run.
I need a better agent.
And then you got all the WACK fans chasing him from behind.
It's a really good video. It's a really good song.
Yeah, the production value is oh, bless.
She dyed it back to black now.
Do you know what's mad? Atsuko's got white glasses in this video. That means all the girls had to pay out for a whole new set of fucking frames.
Did they chip in for a brand new set? Dang it.
I had to approve that comment. When you know that I have to approve a comment.
That comment was fun.
I was gonna approve it.
Yeah, it was.
You got to it before.
It was fine. It's just it popped up, and I was like,
good, clean Christian podcast.
Yeah, I like the kind of white dress with, you know, like the kind of like face paint type stuff on. I thought that looked kind of cool. It reminds me of another sci-fi film, like this part, but I don't know what. And the whole kind of you know, the thing on the hands, that it's all a bit Doctor Strange, isn't it? Do you think?
Well, I think that's from an anime. That's from an actual anime, I think.
I thought it was just After Effects.
I'm glad they stopped short of doing a full-blown lightsaber battle, at least.
Well, what they could have done is when they'd done the wanking choreography, they could have had like lightsabers come out. That would have been fucking amazing. Like, wow. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And then you just kind of fade away after being shot by like Chichi or something. Yeah, there's a lot of references in this.
The close-ups where they're like doing the like kind of like come and get it, kind of like, you know, some of those were a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna name names, but one of them was really weird.
I thought I kind of like the whole, you know, hair in the face thing. You're like when they're like flopping their heads around and that sort of stuff.
Chris in the comments is right that for a non-tie-up video, there's an awful lot of references to an awful lot of other things.
I suppose.
This is the first time, I believe, since they signed to Avex that things have been so overtly
deviant.
Yeah.
Let's just say it what it is.
For sure. Like this is like OTNK levels of
I mean, this is probably worse because this just comes and outright says worse, it. Like OTNK is more vague and implied. This is like straight out dick, tits. We're gonna make some wanking gestures, and it's got a parental advisory. Like, it might as well throw some swear words in there. If people wanted BiSH at like their, you know, dirtiest and baddest, you got it, but you got it with a bit of, you know, an orchestral tinge or whatever. But you know, you got it.
We made it classy.
Yeah, we made it. It's
letting them.
Yeah. Class,
I wonder if they'll call themselves brand new iDOL shit again.
Oh, let's not go too far, but it might happen. Who knows?
I'm surprised they didn't put one of those 15 and up parental advisory beeping things like Mistress did at the beginning of their video. You remember that?
Yeah. So let's move on to.
So Terry, explain yourself. Why have you put a trad iDOL PV or MV in?
I didn't put it in there. Someone else put that in there.
I didn't put it in there.
Someone else put.
You guys let somebody post it in the group.
We covered Toricago.
Yeah, we talked about their first video.
Yeah, and I thought their first video was really good.
Why do we have a budget AKB48 music video playing on the stream right now?
I honestly, I think this one was crowd dictated. I think people.
You ask if I watched it. Of course I watched it.
Yeah, I don't like it as much as I don't like it as much as Escape. I liked Escape more. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, this one's pretty soft.
I also don't understand the ending of this video, but whatever.
I like the shots. It's very slice of life-ish.
The shots in the video are pretty nice, but like I mean, the song is just kind of there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to get really dark when that girl took the step towards the edge of the train platform.
I mean, that would have spiced things up a bit. Let's be honest. Don't they like come out and grab her though?
I didn't actually make it to the end of the video.
For fuck's sake, John. Fuck's sake.
John put it in, and he didn't even make it to the end of the video. What was that tell you?
Oh.
I went on to the next one. I was like, next.
We're really
it's fine though. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
I mean,
it's nice.
The song is fine. The video is fine. It just doesn't stand out over much to me.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where that is.
I think it's in Japan.
Oh, really, John? I would have never guessed.
That was so fucking sarcastic. Jesus Christ.
That's like me on a bad day sarcastic.
Jesus. But yeah, I think that's all we need to say about it. Go and check it out and see how you guys feel about it.
Yeah, see what you think about it.
Terry will probably react to it at some point because it's not like there's anything else coming out.
I mean, that's a good point. Paul said Terry has reacted to Nogizaka 46 before. Hey man, that was a Patreon pick, bro. Like,
yeah, nobody watched it.
No, it's going for
Barely.
It got views. It got into the hundreds before Juju's did, and that hurts. That hurts.
I mean, my review of Melon Batake's mini album has more views than Uesui Hologram's recent album. But, you know.
Right, but you like both of these groups, so you can't complain. Right, let's move on to Shachi.
It's too salty.
I haven't even got any chips, bro. Alright, let's move on to
Mashilo or Shachi or whatever she's calling herself.
Yeah.
Shachi.
She looks like such a punk kid in this video.
Dude, but the production values of the video are pretty dang good.
I like how they've put her back in the bathtub. It's like they're referencing, the I Kill video. We're gonna lay you in a bathtub, but this time you're not slitting your wrists. You're not in water.
Yeah,
so it's amazing what a decent DSLR camera and some After Effects could do.
And probably quite a bit of makeup. But she's cute. She's cute.
Maybe like one of those kind of what are they called? You know how someone has a massive metal frame strapped to their shoulders.
Oh, like a rig, yeah, like a rig type thing, like a body rig.
Yeah.
I'm assuming someone did that probably. I mean, this looks
pretty simple video.
I like the bits in the water. The bits in the water are really nice.
You can see her makeup coming off.
That's high def, bro.
High def au naturel face. No, that's kind of what she used to look like. That's just normal, no makeup. Mishiro.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these videos where it's we have a budget, but we don't have a massive budget.
She spends the majority of the video looking at the camera doughy-eyed, looking around it's like it's her first time to Tokyo, and she's like walking around looking at everything and then looking back at the camera. I'm like,
I don't know. You guys used to watch her old showrooms, right?
Yeah.
It's like those times when she was just learning to play guitar, and she'd break out the guitar and play some John Denver tunes.
Oh, you mean at 4 o'clock in the morning, and her family would come in and complain?
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, "Look, I pay the bills. Go away," and they just leave her to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels kind of like that a little bit.
I mean, song wise, it's like, you know, mainstream.
Oh, song wise, it's completely different.
Like mainstream EDM pop with a bit of like rap influence as well.
This, like, you could put this alongside any kind of selection of recent EDM songs.
Yeah, you could put you could put this on the radio, yeah, easily.
It wouldn't sound out of place, which, you know, I think is probably a good thing.
It's probably what she's going for, you know.
That shot in the train is, like, kind of hilarious in a way.
She looks kind of odd.
They just stood her in loads of places and, like, you know.
That's what I said when I said there was, like, not that much of a production budget for this video. Just go walk around.
But whoever filmed it, whoever filmed it,
budget was probably went into like getting the camera.
Well, all I can say is whoever filmed it did a they did a lot with nothing. Do you get what I mean? Like, they did a lot with nothing, which is quite impressive.
It's high production, low money.
Yeah.
If that's
I don't know what camera this is, but there's a lot of like depth of field going on. And
imagine it's like an iPhone X or something.
in the hand of every idol lies the power to shoot an entire MV. You know what I mean?
It's a shame that they instead choose to take a like really high definition camera and then add like 20 filters to their selfies, so it looks like it's gone from like a pixelated mess.
Yeah, like a 16 megapixel camera to It looks like something that someone sent to you on MSN, like back in the day. What have we got up next? And up next we have
video, dude, right?
Sora Top Sakana.
So yeah, they took like a year off, and then now they're putting out 2 CDs in the space of like a month and a half, I guess. Yeah,
they've kind of got back to business a bit, right?
None of which have been made available on like any kind of streaming or download service, because I guess Warner Brothers Japan just hates money.
Yeah, seems so. I really like the song though. Really like the song.
So I believe that this song is like the theme for a drama, but I couldn't tell you what the name of the drama is.
Yeah,
Sora Top Sakana is not really my thing, but it's all right. For like, I mean, if you like them, you'll probably like this.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of mathy and
it's kind of typical for them,
like,
really.
Kind of sounds like Mason Boot Girl a little bit,
but it has actual
with less
guitars.
wood blocks.
I don't know, and actual drums. I don't know, but yeah. It kind of It's kind of, you know, got that like kind
it's
of like
still an instrument with strings.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know, math rocky like guitar riff, and then it's got like some like 8-bit kind of like, you know, chiptune like sounds throughout, and then at one point there's like some 808s and stuff like that. It kind of goes into like a kind of like a mini, not like a rap song, but it's got like some 808s and stuff like that. It's also got a really nice like underlying like bass line going throughout the song. I think the producer's really good. I really enjoy their compositions and their music, but that's just me. Video wise, another kind of like slice of life video. They're also using transitions that I have used on videos before, mainly the Gokite MV. They've literally got the same transition like light things I use. So considering it's Warner Brothers, they're using like transitions that you can get free on YouTube. So I'm not quite sure what that's about, unless they're like just built in with a program or something and you can nick them from there. Who knows? But yeah, I like the shots. I like the way it's lit. Like the lighting in it is very like realistic, apart from the fact that the blacks are like really like light in the video. Do you get what I mean? Like things that you'd look at and go, well, that should be dark and black.
Yeah,
they're
they
actually
they need a better contrast.
No, but I think it's meant to look cinematic. Do you get what I mean? Like it's color graded.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's just it looks like it needs more contrast, even though it doesn't actually need more contrast. You know what I mean?
I think it's to give it like a, you know, like a more neutral tone to the video, make it feel, you know, less threatening, more subdued, a bit like the song, I suppose. I don't know. Either that or it's supposed to be like one big flashback, you know, of stuff, so it kind of fits with that color grading. It's pretty cool though. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I reacted to it. If you want to go check out my reaction video, go and check it out on the channel. I thought it was really cool. Well, that pretty much sums it up for today. Sorry for deafening you with the last music video. I knew I was gonna mess up at some point on this
try and fix
this podcast.
It in post.
Oh yeah, I'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it in post. Famous quote.
I'll just put like a, you know, headphone listeners rip or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all for joining us. It's been nice to have a podcast and get these things kind of back on semi-regularly, and by semi-regularly we mean like once every 2 weeks. Or yeah, I feel like it works really well like that. I know sometimes the podcast can drag on a little bit longer, especially if we actually want to talk about anything in any sort of depth. Sometimes, you know, things drag on. But, you know, I think things are going really well at the moment. I'm really happy with the channel, the way the channel's going. We're getting loads of subscribers at the moment. So a big thank you out to everyone who's been subscribing to the channel recently. You guys are crazy, man. We're seeing a lot of comments.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
A lot of comments, and you guys are leaving me responses on videos and let me know what to check out. And I'm very grateful for it. Even if you guys are leaving me like critique and that sort of stuff and other things, by all means, like nothing's perfect. And a lot of the content that you guys are watching, obviously some of it's older now. Like I'm constantly trying to improve, you know, the videos and the, you know, the production aspect of what we do here. My reaction videos will have like intros and outros and stuff like that now. I am by no means a professional at any of this. This is all very much a hobby, and a lot of this sort of stuff is stuff I've picked up from, you know, YouTube videos and that sort of stuff. So like I am no means good at any of this, and I'm just glad that you enjoy the kind of quality that we can bring you, and you know, we work with it, and you guys, you know, help us make things better, and we work together to, you know, make this community what it is. If you guys do enjoy the content and that sort of stuff, like Paul from Sweden said, we do have a Patreon if any of you guys want to support. I'm not expecting any of you to, but anyone who does do it, I'm immensely grateful. It just kind of helps us basically upgrade the setup, stuff like that. We're looking at getting, you know, a GoPro so I can better quality for the reaction videos. I'm also looking at getting a GoPro to use for when I go to Japan, so I can start doing some other videos around, you know, trips to Japan, that sort of stuff, and, you know, information I think that would help other people. But we'll have to see.
You can get a bonus and possibly make Terry do things that he doesn't want to do.
That's a good point. Anyone who gives us over $5 a month, I don't like pointing it out now because I feel like people will might abuse the system, but I mean, that's what it was there for. If you pay us more than $5 a month, you can recommend me one video a month to go and check out and react, like a few of our people already do, and that's usually how they get me to check out trad stuff like Nogizaka, AKB48.
That's how I made Terry check out
Gochi.
AKB.
Oh, AKB, Gochi's Suribit. Yeah, Suribit. Oh yeah, Suribit was really good.
There is a couple of like caveats to that. There are some things that you just cannot make a reaction video to without it getting blocked.
Oh, of course, yeah. So
if you're wondering why there's no Lady Baby videos on the channel, then, you know, maybe you could go and talk to whoever it is that puts their stuff out and tell them that you're annoyed.
Yeah, I've been struggling with that recently. I'm not quite sure why. Everyone else has been fine, but yeah, we've got stuff coming out on the channel. Big thank you to everyone from the community that's been supporting us. Go and follow us in all the usual. Go and follow me in all the usual places. Twitter @Ramen Shuriken. You'll find me pretty easily. You can also find the podcast Twitter as well, which I'm, you know, retweeting stuff on, you know, for recent, you know, events and you know, stuff coming up, as well as reaction videos. And basically, if I've done something on the channel, it will probably be tweeted on the YouTube. On the Twitter. You can also find us in the Alternative Idol Facebook group. Of course, you can go find us there, where probably the majority of you will have, you know, probably know us from. There's a whole bunch of you there by now, and it's a good little family, and a lot of people have met each other at shows and all that sort of stuff. If we haven't met each other yet, then hopefully we will at some point, either in Japan or some other.
You meet people at shows and you don't realize who they are.
I think that happens, and I do try to kind of remember people's faces and usernames.
Like name tags or something.
Yeah,
my name is.
But you might also know me as something, you know what I mean? Like,
here's the 20 different names I use online.
Yeah, I know that happens. But yeah, that's pretty much everything from me. I'll let you guys do your bits before we head off.
Right, let's see here. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. If you would like to get some more stuff out of me, oh man, I fucked that up. Anyway, so if you want to read more of my content in particular, I have a website. It's called idolshit.com. I usually review like probably about one release a week on average, just because, you know, like It's weird. I've noticed that a lot of the like kind of more alternative idol stuff kind of gets released the last week of each month now, like all together.
Okay.
Then like the middle couple of weeks are just like dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I usually average out about one review a week. Since the last podcast that we did, I reviewed BiSH's Life is Beautiful, Hide the Blue. I also did a review for Non-Tie-Up. I did a review for Don't Miss It by BiS, and I reviewed Melon Batake's Sick Idol Sick. So, you know, it's 4 things that you can check out if you'd like. And I don't know, next week, thinking maybe, yeah, we'll see. Maybe Burst Girl, because I got that CD. And, yeah, Sora Sakana's now old. So, mini, like EP or mini album. Yeah, that might be what comes out next week. So look forward to that if you're interested. Follow me on Twitter at iDOL. Site updates, commentary on various things that are going on and all that good stuff. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I was distracted by
Come
Twitter.
on, John. Come on.
Pie is doing some poses with Gang Parade from yesterday's show. Anyway.
Stop focusing on the boobs, man. Let's get on with this.
Great. I'm literally turning a paddle. It's so hot in this room. Hurry up.
Okay, I'll hurry up. Straightfromjapan.com. Insert tagline.
There's hyphens in there.
There you go. Yep, got news and stuff going on there. You can follow that if you want. If you don't, that's cool too. Go next.
Oh, we're all good?
Thanks for joining us, Ethan. Really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, Ethan, thanks for joining us.
If anyone wants to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at eson_bish. I don't really tweet much of anything, though.
But he is a massive WACK fan and WACK slave. And, if you want to befriend someone who is, you know...
I'm not just a WACK slave.
Hey, but...
I like a lot of groups.
I know.
He likes Juju.
I know, but I'm just saying we've got a lot of...
I'm like the #1 Juju fan outside, like I'm the #1 non-Japanese Juju fan for sure, and I probably could make a case for being #1 Juju fan, period.
Oof.
At least if you count how much money I throw at them.
Gambatte. On that one, that's all I can say on that one. But yeah. I like Juju a lot, and I follow like a bunch of like more no fans underground groups like Gochasto, which I made Terry react to. Oh yeah, the kind of like EDM style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were really fun.
Ooh, dead air.
It's fine.
I guess that's it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us, Ethan. We've been having, some special guests on here and there every now and again. I think we had Chris on last week, and I've had Ethan on. If you guys, chat to us and you want to, you're an expert in one particular, section, and you want to come and talk about something that you're very passionate about, then, we're okay with having people on the show. We're not going to make a habit and have, someone there every week, but, sometimes it's nice to, have another, point of view or, reference. Yeah. It's always nice.
Sometimes it's just, if you're in the voice chat before the show, and we're going to go on, sometimes we're like, hey.
You might get drafted in.
Yeah, why don't you just come onto the show?
Yeah, it happens. So, thank you very much to everyone who has joined us today. We shall see you on the next show. And, may iDOL be good to us and kind.
That was not good. Stop.
Oh, my God. See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.